Hey guys, welcome back to my little segments that I call Hound Advice. You know, like sound advice, but with a hound, because I'm a news hound, or, you know, kind of was. Do a lot of reviews now. But as you know, if you don't know, you will know now that the premise of this is that sometimes as a reviewer, you want to share some info. You want to spread the news about something, but you don't have time to do like a full-on review, or you're not able to get a hold of like the testing samples to really thoroughly compare, whatever reason, but you still want to give out that advice. And so that's the whole point of this segment. Now, in this particular case, I actually have already done a review, but I really wanted to do this Hound advice because I feel like I needed more time to give some more details. So in light of that, we're going to go ahead and do a Hound advice on what the best mechanical keyboard is. And I'm going to tell you guys that the EpicGear Defiant, the mechanical keyboard that I reviewed recently, I wasn't sure. I was like, I think this thing's better, but I wasn't 100% positive. I've had more time, and now I am 100% positive. So I want to tell you guys just briefly why the EpicGear Defiant is the best mechanical keyboard. Now, let's talk about how that's being judged though. This is based off of feel and gaming. If you're talking about full aesthetics and RGB LEDs and stuff, it's going to fall short there. But in the end, I feel like the thing that's going to still matter on a keyboard is how well it works, not necessarily how it looks. And even though I really want RGB LED on the Defiant, and I love the RGB LED keyboards that I see out there, we've got way more going on here. So first off, let me give you a little bit of background on what's going on with this keyboard. So it is a mechanical keyboard, but rather than using like a Cherry switch or a Kale switch or some of the various other brands out there, EpicGear designed their own switches for their keyboards, their mechanical keyboards. It's their EpicGear MMS key switches. So, you know, a lot of times that's kind of a warning sign. If it is in a Cherry, it's probably not going to be as good. But here's the weird thing about EpicGear switches. They've got three versions. You can think of them as cherry red, browns, or blues, but in this case, they're grays or silvers, oranges, and purples. And they do the exact same things. You know, you've got a gray switch that is just a straight linear switch. You've got an orange that has a little bit of a tactile feedback. And then you've got the purple, which is a tactile feedback and a clicky sound. What makes these switches different than the Cherry counterparts is all three of these switches have a lot of the same specs, but the actuation point is at 1.5 millimeters. Now, to put that in comparison, Cherry switches going from the various reds, browns, and then the blue are from 1.8 to 2 millimeters. Now, that seems like an infinitesimal, tiny little difference. But once I got used to that keyboard, it feels amazing. And here's the thing. You're getting like this gaming level actuation point, but you can also get that on a clicky tactile feedback switch. You can't get that on other things. Like the only switches that really seem to beat out the actuation point on EpicGear is the Cherry MX speed switches. And I think Razer has a version of their own speed switch as well. They're 1.2 millimeter actuation points. But you know, those are a straight linear switch. So here, you're getting all these options to get the right kind of switch that you really like, and they're all having the same actuation point, same force, everything. These switches are fantastic. Once I got used to them, and I go back to my Cherry Brown, which brown switches were my favorite switches because I like that little bit of tactile feedback, but I'm okay with not having the crazy noise, especially for gaming. So having that in between is perfect for everything I do. But once I go back to that Cherry Brown, I'm misclicking. I'm having trouble, like, why can't I hit these clicks all the time? Guys, that is why I'm saying that EpicGear has the best keyboard, and there's another reason why. Sure, maybe those speed switches would feel amazing, but you also need to shell out quite a few, well, what, 150, close to 200 bucks for one of those kinds of keyboards. They're top gear, top of the line, and they cost accordingly. I just saw a purple Defiant on Amazon a little bit ago for 50 bucks. How? And then you've got the aluminum base, and then you've got just, this keyboard is just so amazing. Yeah, you don't get the RGB. If I click this thing, you'll see it's just a white LED. Now you can change the light bars to change colors, but that's not the same as RGB. But the keyboard just feels amazing, especially for gaming, especially for typing. It just feels amazing for everything, and less than $100. That is amazing to get that much keyboard that feels that great, and you don't have to pay that much money. So guys, the EpicGear Defiant, I really want these guys to get traction here in the States because I love their products. I mean, I've been reviewing all their stuff. I've actually got the Morpha coming up here really soon too that I'm going to be wrapping up. Guys, their products are absolutely epic because they're not just epic in quality, they're not just epic in feel, they're epic in price too. I don't know how they're doing it, but guys, I'm telling you, they are worth your money. They should definitely be top choice picks, in my opinion. So yeah, there's some of the reasoning, there's some of the thought. I hope this video helps out, not only just for EpicGear, but for you guys, because if you're into gaming and stuff, I really think you will be very pleased with these products here. So there's your Hound advice. You know what to do. Like, subscribe if you like what I'm doing here, and I will catch you later.